How do you actually qualify as a licensed conveyancer? Now, maybe you're working in law or even within a conveyancing firm and you want to qualify as a licensed conveyancer. Well, you may be familiar with what conveyancers do because of your work, but what's the process for actually qualifying as one? Well, in this video, we're going to run through 5 steps for qualifying as a conveyancer with the Council for Licensed Conveyancers. That's the CLC. So let's run through those 5 steps. Now, the first step is to work out how you're going to study, to work out your study route. Now, for many people, that is going to mean completing the CLC Level 4 diploma and then the CLC Level 6 diploma in conveyancing law and practice. But you may also be able to qualify with a CLC apprenticeship route. Now, that's worth thinking about right at the start rather than halfway through your studies because it could save you and your employer potentially quite a bit of money. So if you're working in a firm already, ask yourself at the start, does the firm support the CLC route? Would they be willing to support you financially alongside it? Could you study an apprenticeship? Would the firm support you in terms of supervision and so on? And so those kind of conversations at the start can make a big difference to how your qualification journey works in practice. Now, step number 2 is to complete the Level 4 diploma in conveyancing law and practice. And that's true whether you are going down the apprenticeship route or not. And you can think of Level 4 really as the foundation stage. It's where you build the legal knowledge behind the work that maybe you're already seeing every day. So if you're used to, for example, helping with files, ordering searches, checking documents, updating clients, and so on, Level 4 helps you to understand why those tasks matter legally. So you're going to end up covering areas like land law, contract law, the English legal system, conveyancing transactions, and accounts. Now, for someone who's already in a junior role, that can often be the stage where things really start to click. You start joining the dots between what you do at work and the law behind that process. Now, step 3 is to complete the Level 6 diploma in conveyancing law and practice. Now, that's a higher end stage. So whereas Level 4 gives you the foundations, Level 6 moves you closer to the level that's expected of someone who can take professional responsibility for conveyancing work. Now, at this stage, you're developing the judgment that you need to deal with things like risk, with client care, with professional duties, with account rules, and some more complex conveyancing issues. So in simple terms, Level 4 helps you to understand the building blocks. Level 6 helps you to use them professionally. Now, if you are looking at the CLC route and you want structured support along the way, Astranti offers CLC conveyancing courses designed to help you work through the qualifications step by step. So whether you're starting at Level 4, moving on to Level 6, or thinking about going for the apprenticeship option, the aim is to give you clear explanations, practical guidance, and study support that fits around your work. Now, Astranti has been helping people gain professional qualifications for years, and we have excellent ratings on Trustpilot, so you know you're in good hands with us. So if you want to get started and you want to explore what we can offer, make sure to check the link in the description to check our CLC conveyancing courses and maybe even book a one-to-one with a member of our team to check what option might suit you the best. Now, step number 4 is to build your practical experience. Now, to qualify with the CLC, you will need 1,200 hours of supervised qualifying work experience. Now, here's where it can really help if you're already in a junior role. So if you're already involved, for example, in conveyancing files, client communication, document presentation, and so on, that can be really helpful because that's helping you build real relevant experience. But the key is to make sure that that experience is supervised, that it's relevant, and that you've got the evidence for that experience. So make sure you keep records, make sure you speak to your supervisor, make sure you're really clear on what actually counts so that you can count this towards your qualification. So don't think of your job and your studies as completely separate. Ideally, the two should complement each other. You see, the studies give you the legal understanding and your work gives you the practical experience. Now, the final step is to apply to the CLC for your license. So by this point, you should have completed the qualification route and built up the practical experience. And then the CLC is going to consider whether you meet the requirements to become licensed. And once you're approved, you can practice as a licensed conveyancer within the scope of your license. And that's the moment you can move from providing support for conveyancing work to being formally authorized to provide conveyancing services yourself. So to recap, the 5 steps are: choose your study route, complete level 4, complete level 6, build up your practical experience, and then apply to the CLC for your license. If you're already working in junior legal work or a conveyancing role, you may be closer to this path than you realize. And remember, if you want any help studying along the way, Astranti is here to help. Make sure to check the link in the description.